Hey everyone, today I have a dining room makeover and it is going to be switching up the chairs that are here in the photo that you see in the video. And what I'm going to do is address those chairs by making some slip covers for them. So I'm just going to walk you through the space really quickly here and just give you an overview of the chairs that you have seen in many a video. And if you're new here, this is the formal dining room right off the entry into the house. And as you can see, they are very tall. They have a very high back with a leather seat that is accompanying it with the nail head trim that goes along with it. I don't want to change all of that out, so I'm going to do something that's quick. Well, really not that quick, but is an easy makeover for the chairs. And as you can see, the entire room is a very neutral color palette in the creams, whites, light beiges, and accents of gold with a little bit of champagne. These are some wall art that I made a while back with some saucers, and I placed them inside of a shadow box and did this collection of 6, I believe it is, on the wall. These are the lamps that you can see here with this fluting detail that goes around them. Very soft and elegant in style and adorned with the gold, of course, that of course I really do like a lot. And of course it is a pair of 2 with the light fixture that has been here for many years, pre YouTube days, and I'm still enjoying it. And as you can see, it is adorned with a bit of a gold that is going around. So we'll get right into the what you see now is once I am done with all of the cutting of each one of the pieces, which is the front, the sides here, and then the back. I'm done pinning everything in the top with the front and the back, and then these sides, which it is, I just leave some gaps because I know I'm going to pull it down. And once you have pinned all of the entire chair, the slip cover together, and I took it off, you will just slide it right off. Go ahead and just pull it off carefully from the chair, which is my dining chair that is in my kitchen. Well, in my dining room, the formal dining room, which you have seen in many a video. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for several years, just make some slip covers so whenever I want to change and I don't want to see the everyday fabric that I have, that I can make a quick change, which is great, and what slip covers are excellently made for. And so once I have each one of the slip covers again on, to do my last fitting, which is getting the actual length that I want it to be all the way around, towel on here protecting my table, around the entire chair. So each chair cover, being that they are synoptic in their style and their form and the whole story that it is telling as a whole, each one is telling the story a bit different, because it is fitted for, I made each one for each chair. Even though I cut a pattern, they're not exact in size, so I have to go in with each one individually and do the hem, measuring it separately, because I didn't want to do my enclosure all the way down. Depending if it was fitting and it was fitting maybe a little tighter or a little too loose, I can always go in and adjust and take the actual measurement, how long I want the chair to drop. I don't want it to go all the way down to the floor. I don't want it to get dusty. So I'm going to take it up, because here is the actual leg. Brown against the table. It's a little bit, maybe a little difficult to see, but leg of the chair here. And then I want it to come just a little bit above the actual foot of the chair. And I'll just go ahead and pin it all the way around. because I had to make adjustments as I was going along the chair all the way around and doing the sewing and cutting and adjusting, because I went from one pattern and then I adjusted the pattern slightly to make it just a little bit longer. I got the first one done, which is basically your example pattern of each piece. And as you can see here, it has 1, 2, 3, a back 4, and then it has these side cuts, which makes it 6 because there are 2 side cuts. And as I am talking about this is a great way to, as I usually do, will go in and reupholster the chairs. This chair, again, it has the leather seating on it, and then it has the nail head trim. It has the fabric portion here. I am not quite ready to go in and actually reupholster the whole thing, because sometimes I do enjoy looking at this beigey color, and of course the legs are this beautiful rich dark brown color as well. So a simple way to easily address your room, a slip cover when possible. You can order slip covers for your sofas and for your chairs. These chairs in particular, as you can see in most videos, that are very, very high in height. The back, when I'm standing next to the chairs, most people in the past would always ask me, either those chairs are really tall, or they would just ask me kindly, how tall was I, or am I? I am, like I've said on many occasions, I am 5'3" on most days. I'll carefully remove the chair from the top of the table. Again, it was well protected with the towel under it. And then I'm going to remove each one of the slip covers and give them all a sewing after it was fitted. And once I'm done with that, I will go in with my iron and iron out the majority of the wrinkles. And considering the type of fabric this is, it is going to have wrinkles in it, very slight wrinkles throughout, no matter what. Eventually most of them will fall out, but it's going to wrinkle, and that's okay. It has a very casual feel to me, but yet elegant because of the style of the chair and also the look of the whole chair. So I really like the comfort that it provides in the look, as well as the elegant factor. And this is an overall view of how the chairs are looking once the hemming and everything has been done. And then I'm going to go in and address the table and go ahead and do a setting around it so you can see the pretty factor of the entire look. So stay tuned in as we go forth in the video. We'll just go ahead and style up the table. The size of the table and the darkness of the table, the wood look. I wanted to break that up. I don't use a tablecloth or runner, but in this instance, for this video, I am going to use a table runner from the excess fabric that I had from making the chair covers. I just wanted to break up some of the brown that we have here on the table. I've seen this arrangement many of times. Rather than having a full-blown bloom of a floral, I'm going to use this. And I just like the way that I have it just swaying easily, more off to one side, a little bit over here, but not too heavy. I'm just going to plop that right in the center of the table. And we all remember this fabric that I have used many a times, mostly on pillows, pillow covers. Well, I decided I was going to make some placemats with them. And we'll take the napkins, which I have made 6 of them, and just place them all the way around the table. We have to have some charger plates. See, these are beautiful. They're wood, quite thick, and I like that they are textural in this whitewash finish overall. And as you can see, they are still elegant in their style, but yet they have a more relaxed feel because of the wash that is on it. And we're just going to place those and give the table a little bit of a layered look. Have the gold going on, because you know Chanel, she likes her gold. So we have the gold going on with the hammered finish with the vase that is here. Extra look with the beading of the gold that is going around these charger plates, but a little bit of a layered look, which is this, to give it the luster that I want, but again of an elegant factor. And these lovely coasters, you would see they are marble, they are very, very heavy, adorned in the gold. You can easily find these at your local home decorating stores. You can find something like this if you want to elevate the look of your table. Or just general, these are great for everyday use. But this is my summer look, and I wanted to various colors and textures with white. And then we have some place card holders. Take a little sticky and stick the name and the card right on the front of your place card holder. This is another great way to elevate the look of your tablescapes, your table decor, by adding some place card holders to let your guests know exactly where they can be seated. Now this is another great element that you can add to your tables. And these are something that I have had for many years. A gathering, and if it's a formal gathering or semi-formal, a brunch, then you can use something like this. After dinner mints inside it, because it has this little cloche, and pop it right in there. That way your guests don't have to ask for gum or a piece of mint or something after they have had their meal. Add this element right into your decor, but it's also functional. And mine has a little A on it, as you can see. And we'll just pop that right there. And again, you can just pop your mint right inside. And just add these that I showed you before, which I did thrift a few months ago. I just thought they would be an excellent addition along the table with the chair covers. They are the same height, so when I add my candles, I add one shorter and one tall. Here's a few more elements that I'm going to. Another great way to elevate the look of your table is by adding some easy, simple napkin rings, table napkins, which I have used many a time. I have adorned those with some, and I have placed them in a roll form, and adding the napkin ring, sliding it right down onto the napkin. Using these napkin rings as well, which I have featured on other videos. And this is just another way to give the table a little bit more variety by mixing and matching my napkin rings. If you stayed thus far, we're at the end of the video, and this is the overall look of what the chairs look like, and this is the overall look of the entire room. Thank you all for joining me, and as always, stay inspired, motivated, and moving, creating something beautiful, if not for yourself, then for someone else. This has been Chanel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Have a blessed day. Bye for now.